No goals in Mallorca. Trevor Francis and Frank Stapleton have watched our Spanish action this evening. Did we expect too much, Trevor, from Mourinho and Real on their opening night?
I think Mourinho's still learning about his players. I think he selected the wrong team. It was quite evident in the first half that Canales and Di Maria, young boys coming to terms with life as a Real Madrid player. It's never easy. There's enormous pressure on. And I think that they struggled in the first half, and I was surprised he didn't make the two changes sooner. It should have been done in half-time. I thought that when Ozil and Benzema came on, especially Ozil, he injected a little bit more life into the team. And it certainly helped Higuain and Ronaldo, especially Higuain. He had 3 or 4 chances in the second half, and I think he benefited from having a little bit more closer support. Defensively, they didn't look right all night. Sergio Ramos, for me, has to play it right back, and I think that when Albiol or Pepe are available, then one of them will partner Carvalho. Sergio Ramos was outstanding last season as a fullback, and I feel that, you know, when the opposition are sat deep, you need your fullbacks to come out and get on the ball. Your fullbacks get more time and space than anyone else in the team. So I think that Marcelo and Sergio Ramos are going to be very important for Real Madrid in them wide areas. But overall, it was disappointing. But credit to Michael Laudrup, he set his team up really well. And I think that if they had not got the draw, then it would have been undeserved. I think a draw was a fair result.
It wasn't a horrendous performance, was it, from Real Madrid? It was just the kind of game that last season someone found a way to win for them when they were hanging on to Barcelona's coattails or leading at the top of the Spanish league. It just didn't quite click for them tonight.
No, I got a bit desperate, but you can understand the situation. Again, a new coach comes in. They have 1 or 2 new players, but you said the bulk of the team was there before. But his ideas all through the pre-season will have been in their mind. This is the way I want you to play. So they not quite convinced. You're never convinced straight away. It's only when the results start to come that what the coach says to you convinces you. So they found themselves between the two tonight, and there was no cohesion in the way they played. They could have won it. They did have the chances, but it just didn't look right. It didn't look balanced. The players didn't get. The understandings weren't there. But I just think that's the way he's going to have. He's going to have to get them his way. But it doesn't just happen that quickly.
I think all over Europe, Matt, it's been difficult for the top coaches with the respective clubs because, you know, they're getting World Cup players arriving back very late. They're obviously top players because otherwise they wouldn't have represented their nations in the World Cup, and they want to, you know, integrate them into the team as early as possible. And it's been disruptive. And I think that, you know, I've looked at the Italian, the Spanish, the English, Champions League football in the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season, and I'm coming up with the same thoughts all the time that there are many of these teams are not ready for the start of the season. It's going to take a little while before they start to form an understanding. So it's understandable. It's not acceptable because you're in Spain, but it's understandable the way that Real Madrid performed.
There was a moment, wasn't there? You mentioned that in this corresponding fixture last season, Ronaldo found a way to score a hat-trick and win the game. There was a moment tonight, probably the best chance for him, which kind of summed up the point you're making, where he's just not quite at the most sharpest of his conditioning or thinking. Or
well, I'm surprised he didn't look up and see Higuain at the back post, because the option was to either, you know, hit it yourself or look up. He never looks up, so he never looks square. Keeper comes out, makes it difficult for him, and actually, you know, gets a touch on it. It should have been a corner, but that is the type of opportunity that last season, you know, would have been one of Ronaldo's goals. And
you could see from his reaction, he kind of knew it. He and Higuain were the goal getters last season, 30-odd each. And Higuain, again, he carried a threat tonight without ever really sparkling, Frank.
No, I think that he looked bright. He was always looking for the goal, but the chances just weren't created for him. You know, I think they had. This was very early on in the game from Ronaldo, and he just got through in his touch. To be fair to the goalkeeper, I thought he had a decent night. He was a little bit wild at times, but most of the time he was steady enough. You can't deny Mallorca at the point, because you can't say that Madrid deserved to win the match.
No.
The keeper was outstanding, actually, wasn't he? The only one occasion when he, you know, one blemish on his performance is second half, ball from Ozil on the head of Khedira, and he came for it, never got there.
No.
But that's good keeping as well. Every time he's come off his line, he's come positively and gone down at the feet of the player, and I think overall his general decision-making has been excellent.
Yeah. And
this is a chance, wasn't it?
Yes.
This is where they should have hit it first time.
It's a good save, though, Frank.
Yeah, I know that, but Trevor, he's give the goalkeeper having the extra touch. Watch, the ball goes in. He hit that. He hits that. The keeper's on his way. He's got a chance. He's got the whole goal to aim at. Once he has a touch, the goalkeeper's on top of him. And again, it's great goalkeeping, but I think I would have hit it first time because the goal was opening for him.
And maybe just that little bit of lack of freshness.
Well, I was going to say, he's, like all, goal scorers, you're feeling your way. He's obviously not quite there yet. That touch that was with him in the World Cup, because what did he score? Four goals?
Yeah.
Got that memorable hat-trick against Mexico, didn't he? But today, it wasn't quite there. Now, Higuain, we know, is a natural goal scorer, but he probably needed that extra touch, Frank.
No, possibly, but I'm just saying what I would have done.
Yeah.
I would have done, and if the keeper makes a save then, you say, it's a brilliant save.
But you're a record goal scorer for Ireland.
That's nothing to do with it anyway.
What is true is that, as you made the point, that Mallorca deserves some credit tonight. Actually, on another night, they might have taken all 3 points.
Well, I think that there was periods in the second half, especially when the cross come in, the goalkeeper, I just thought he committed himself and didn't get there, but it was too heavy on the header. All it needed was a glance, and that was a goal. But I don't think the teams like Mallorca are going to have top goal scorers. They can't afford them, but a little touch there, they could have made a name for themselves tonight. Yeah, indeed, and they went close once or twice in this. As the game got slightly stretched second half, perhaps just a little bit of composure there. I think he's gone. This is a great ball from Kavanaghi. He's gone for power. All he has to do is hit the target and it's a goal. Because 9 times out of 10, the goalkeeper's not going to be able to read where he's going to put it. I just wonder if they actually believe they could beat Real Madrid tonight, because there were good opportunities there. I think the credit goes, mainly to the back four. I thought they were terrific all evening. They kept an excellent shape and made it difficult for Real Madrid. But what they proved yet again, Mallorca, is that they're a tough team at home. Yes. I think we said, prior to the kickoff, was it Real Madrid, Barcelona, and one other team? Yeah. Was it Sevilla? I think it was. The only 3 teams who actually won there. So it looks as if they're going to be, a tough team to beat at home again this season. And actually, their back four looked like a Mourinho back four. It was that drilled and the shape was always good. They were very difficult to penetrate, weren't they? Well, I mentioned Albiol, who's a Spanish international of great experience. I think if he came back in with Carvalho, another very experienced player, that would help. And of course, Pepe, he missed half of last season through injury. I was surprised, actually, that he did so well to get back for the World Cup for Portugal. So they've got 1 or 2, better options. And of course, that will give Ramos the opportunity to get forward on that right-hand side, because last year he was a great attacking outlet. Some of his runs, them marauding runs down the right-hand side, he was badly missed, because with respect to Arbeloa, that was the reason why Liverpool allowed him to leave, because he couldn't do that often enough at Anfield, when Liverpool had so much of the ball away from home. For Liverpool, he was okay as a defensive player, but the problem is that when you're with Real Madrid, you've got the ball probably 80% of the game. Yeah, absolutely. And Clive mentioned in commentary, there's 2 weeks until they play Osasuna, I think, at home in their opening game at the Bernabeu of the league season. So frustrating, I would think, for Mourinho that he doesn't get another chance quickly to do better. Well, it's the same for all the managers, because once this weekend is finished with and all the games, the internationals kick into play now, as you know, on a Friday and a Tuesday, and they get the players back on the Wednesday. Maybe a little bit more time to work on it, but I'm sure in his own mind he'll be assessing what the players, what he saw tonight. He's only been there a short period of time, but I think we say about it's a good performance by Mallorca, but Real Madrid, it doesn't matter whether he knows the players or not. You don't get the time at Madrid. No. For them, maybe some of the supporters feel a little bit down, considering the contrast that we saw with the Barcelona performance. So I think that for a few weeks it's going to be a little bit of a tough time, because probably get it back to the two German form. Lads, Ozil and Khedira, they'll go away to the national side, get a couple of games under their belt, so that will improve their physical condition, and they will come back, I would think, in better condition, to play in the home game.